Tim Ream going full kit. I like that. Or at least looking good.
Never mind. We're keeping it going.
We're going to keep it going. We're just going to keep this rolling.
He's got a ponytail. He's on my team.
Yeah, I love that. The all hair game.
The all hair game. The all hair game. He made it.
All right. So joining us here on the show, special guest Tim Ream from Charlotte and the U.S. men's national team, of course. Here, Jimmy Conrad, Marcelo Balboa. Listen, you're with friends, Tim. You got former center backs that are here and are going to comfort you as we go through this. Charlie doesn't count. We don't count Charlie at all. He's pointing at Charlie. He's our resident number 9. But you're amongst friends here with center backs. Great to see you as always. And how are you feeling for this upcoming year?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited. I said last year at the end of the year that this is the biggest offseason and biggest year of a lot of guys' careers. If we're being completely honest with everyone, and looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting preseason started and having a good start to the season, and then the big one comes, right? And it's here before you know it, and looking forward to put in the work to potentially and try to get on that team and get to another World Cup.
Yeah, you made it for me because you got all hair team. We're there.
Oh, brilliant.
Ponytails were good.
If that was it.
Being one of the veterans, I know. Being one of the veterans on that team, you've seen a lot of ins and outs. Now that it's kind of settling down, you're getting close to the World Cup. How much pressure is it now with guys coming in, you being a leader, being a guy who's been there, and experienced players helping this team?
I don't know that there's pressure. I think we always put pressure on ourselves, right? We always want to do the best. We want to try and help everybody along. With the culture that's been created, guys come and go and they're in and out, and it's so ingrained now, and guys understand it completely that it just falls into line. Guys understand what is needed, what it takes to be a part of the team. And, I'm there as a shoulder if they need somebody to talk to, whether it's on the field, off the field. But guys have a full understanding of what is needed, what's required, and what's going to keep them in and amongst the national team going forward.
So you spoke about preseasons for yourself, biggest preseason of your career for some of these guys. Where does it rank for you in terms of getting ready ahead of a World Cup on home soil? And then, you are a leader. You've started in the Premier League. You've played against some of the best players in the world. You had a World Cup under your belt. What are your expectations for this summer?
This ranks. It's up there. For me, it has to be the most important. You have an opportunity to represent your country. And represent your country at a home World Cup. It doesn't get bigger than that. My ultimate goal originally was to go to a World Cup and play in a World Cup. Now the ultimate goal is to go to a World Cup, play in a World Cup on home soil, right? So it's changed a little bit. But yeah, it's right up there at number 1. But listen, being the experienced guy, there's so many guys who have experience now, right? And yes, you've played against some of the best strikers in the world, and you take, whether you realize it or not, you take a little bit from those games, right? From those experiences. And again, I'm not one that's going to sit here and say, okay, guys, you should be doing this, right? You need to be doing this. This is how you get. It's a give and take, right? I still take from these young guys. I still learn from some of these young guys and what they do and how they do things. And I think that's the best part. I joke that they keep me young. There's a reason I'm still going, and it's because I go in with these guys who are a bunch of clowns who say 6'7" and all this nonsense, right? And so I still take from them, but at the end of the day, we're all there together, and there's a reason we're all there together. Excuse me, and I love it. I still enjoy it, and hopefully they enjoy me being in and amongst the group, and continuing to push myself, and hopefully that continues to push them as well.
Yeah, Tim, I thought during my career, it was almost easier to play with the national team than it was with my club team, because everybody at the national team was so good at their job. I could really just focus on being the best that I needed to be at my job. So it was always fun to kind of go into that environment knowing that everybody's good, no matter their age, right? No matter their experience, everybody was so good. So I'm going to put, I'm a huge nerd for team shape. And I think it solves a lot of problems that everybody knows how to move in every situation. Well, when I think about this team in particular in the last couple of camps, things seem to unlock when we switch from a little bit more of a back three. Now, I know we can have a big conversation about how it's still a fluid four or at times a back five, but there still seems to be a kind of change in how we're moving in our back line. But it's unlocked how we play and look to, I don't know, penetrate or break lines going forward. I'm a nerd. So I just wanted to know how it felt for you on the field and how comfortable the whole team now looks now that the roles seem to be a little bit more defined.
So
yeah, Regal me here as a nerd yourself.
I'm glad you realize it's more of a fluid four than just a straight three center backs. Because a lot of people still have not understood and realized that. Listen, I think it gives everybody more of it makes them think a little bit more, right? And I think it can be a good thing and a bad thing. I think it was a stroke of genius to go to three center backs. But in doing that, I think it unlocked the thought of guys being able to play in a fluid four, right? For whatever reason, okay, we went to three center backs. We seemed a lot more comfortable. And then we then went back into some of the games and went to a fluid four. And now all of a sudden guys are like, oh, like this is the way it's supposed to look. Because we started in a three and guys were now in set positions, right? In the 3-4-3 or 3-5, whatever you want to call it. And then we've gone back to the back four where one of the fullbacks stays and now becomes a back three. And all of a sudden it's like, okay, now I understand what my positioning should be in a fluid four because we've done it in a strict back three center back. I think it gives us
flexibility, right?
Flexibility. It gives us incredible options to change on the fly in game, right? In situation, but it allows it allows guys to play different roles and understand, okay, if I'm playing this role, well, I usually play that role, but what does that guy need? Because I know what I need as a left-sided center back in a four. What does my left back need? Now, depending on the left back, it's going to be different, right? Okay, well now I'm playing left-sided center back in a three.
Right.
What is, when the guy is dropping in, if it's the left back playing as one of the three, or if it's the right back in one of the three, what does he need? What is going to put him in the best possible position to succeed? So I think it gives guys a better understanding of what everybody needs, but it gives them a better understanding of positionally where they should be at all times, instead of, okay, now we're trying to go, right? We're trying to be this physical team, which we have to be, while also pairing that with being this tactically astute, fluid movement team. And that's where we were getting it wrong. We couldn't do both. And now all of a sudden in October, November, we're doing both. And it looks great. It
looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the future. And thanks for answering so in depth for me. That satisfied my nerd itch. So I appreciate it.
You're so happy. You're
so
gonna go to bed
right now. Yes.
like a little baby tonight.
I am. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you for that.
And I'm going to say, because following the national team, you win, Pochettino comes in, it goes well, it goes bad, dilemmas everywhere. At what point finally, you said October, November, you guys finally clicked in? What changed with the group and Pochettino that it finally just clicked, and it seems now that everybody's under the same umbrella?
So there's been, I'll simplify it a lot more than it probably should be. Three things: a togetherness and a connection that everybody talks about. Oh, all the guys, like, they like each other, they're friends. Yeah, okay, we are, but is there that actual like connection and togetherness on the field? Okay, so that's one. The fight and the attitude and playing up to, right? Okay, can you play up to this line of aggressiveness without crossing it? It's a delicate balance. So that's two. And then the third one is what we just talked about, the tactical side, right? And Now he'll say, okay, tactics and this and shape and blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't have the togetherness and you don't have the fight and the aggressiveness with and without the ball. And so those three things we were missing. And if you're missing one of those, the whole balance is thrown off, right? Yeah. And so he's come in and he's really like hammered on those three things. And March was a low point. We all know that, right? And we all know that there's ups and downs in every career in life, but March was a very, very low point. Gold Cup was kind of the rebuild. And now you go into the fall and all of a sudden it's been a year with him. And now guys understand what he's talking about in terms of togetherness and connection. Guys are understanding what he means when he says being aggressive with and without the ball. And guys are understanding the tactical side and the fluidity of the movements and we can have a right back, we can have a left back, but then one of them's going to stay, or a center back can step up in the midfield. All of these things, it took time, and now they're all, everybody understands them when they're in, when they're out, and everybody knows. It's like a chop and change, play and plug.
So Tim,
and everybody understands it.
So really quick on that. Do you feel like the group needed to suffer a little bit together, right?
Yep.
So you have to like survive to thrive. And
sure.
Now you're suffering, which you obviously have to solve those problems, not only on the field, but off the field.
Yep.
I feel like it's just going to make the group stronger moving forward. And now it's like, oh, we can conquer anything that comes our way. And that's been evident in the last two camps.
And I think in saying that, you look at the 2022 World Cup and the game against England, I thought was the strongest performance. Yep. How much different is this squad now from that 2022 performance?
I think it's better. I think, listen, when you create this genuine, and I keep saying it, and people are going to be annoyed and bored to death with this connection and togetherness.
Not me, I'm a nerd.
But it really does make a difference. It really is something that is like a tangible thing you can feel. You can feel it at meals. You can feel it at training. We've had some of the most intense training sessions I've ever been a part of. And you look at that game against England, and we were all on cloud nine with it, right? Like it felt like one of the most complete performances that we've ever had as a group. And now I look at the game against Uruguay, and I'm like, oh. Holy cow, right? Wow.
Yeah.
And that's important. Like that is important to hang on to. We've played so many different types of opposition from so many different confederations, and we're playing well, but we're still not at our optimal. And that is a good feeling to have, knowing now we're in that last final stretch going into a World Cup.
Now, does that include Jedi Robinson? You got to be thrilled that he's back, and obviously your former club, Fulham, in a good way right now, 6 games unbeaten, and Jedi's been a part of all 6 of those games, 90 minutes. He hasn't really been factored into this last year with Mauricio Pochettino. And when you plug him in to what's happening, with all due respect to the players that have been in that position, Max Arfson, who I think's been unlocked since the kind of change in tactics. But when Jedi's in that position, we're all kind of salivating the opportunity to see him getting up and down the sideline for the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, it's I mean, I've been tuning in all year, and it's been a journey for him to get back healthy and being the Jedi that we know he is. And I think it's taken a big toll on him. And now to see him back playing 90 minutes, playing well, and he's not fully fit. He's still not hit his. I'm watching games and I'm like, okay, that's not something he would normally do if he's 90 minutes like full Jedi, right? So it's exciting. He's got a challenge on his hands. I'll give him that. You can't. Again, there's no guarantees in any of this, and that is another thing that Mauricio has preached, is that everybody is replaceable. Everybody can do well and be a part of the team, but also somebody else can come in and take your spot. So it's great to see him back. I want to see him continue to do what he's doing, because I think it gives you another different look in terms of him, bombing up and down the left side of the field and helping out on.
Look how happy Jimmy is.
I know. I see him. Look, the smile is crazy.
It's like you're talking to Santa Claus.
But yeah, no, it's great to have him back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't want to say anything, but do I see coaching in your future? The way
No.
you're talking?
No,
absolutely not.
Just
No
wait.
chance.
Just wait, Tim. Just wait.
I said that too until I had
I
two
love
boys
it.
in
I
the
love
nine.
it. Why not? I'm curious. Why not?
Mine aren't interested in playing soccer. They're swimmers, so I'm
Oh, there
happy
you
with
go.
that.
Oh, you're
All
good.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm good.
All
No, you know what? I did think a few years ago, yeah, maybe, and then I realized how much time and effort and work goes into it, and like some of these guys, they're at the training ground at 7 a.m. and they don't leave till 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Then you're traveling. Then you're like
Yeah.
you're no. I mean, I'm away from my family enough as it is. Granted, I will say maybe if I haven't, and I'm glad I have, but if I've not been with the national team for so long and having to come in and out and go in and out and travel so much,
Yeah.
maybe. But
Okay.
I've done it for so long, and I've
Yeah.
been away from the kids. I've missed so much.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite jersey swap?
Yeah, we have tradition here. Best jersey swap.
Favorite jersey swap.
It's got to probably be with Fulham, right? Where's the World Cup?
There's too many.
Ah, he's flexing on us.
Nah,
You can't get out of it that
I love
easy.
the
You
side
can't get
eye.
out of it that easy.
You know what? I had one with Harry Kane for Tottenham.
Good one.
Probably
heard of
not
him.
my favorite, but it is a good one. I had one with Thomas Muller when we played Germany last. Was it last year?
That's a good
We
one.
played them last year at some point in Hartford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had one. I had one
I
with
think
him
it
as
was
well.
2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah. So that's probably just because he's striker, wears number 13. I'm center back, wear number 13. I think just the significance of that is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
My favorite jersey swap actually came in the game against Tim with Henri when I was with DC.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah, it was,
I never got to swap with him. He just gave me a jersey, which is cool.
yeah, that's
that's amazing. That's amazing.